Greetings, family. I hope all is well. Coming in to say happy Wednesday. Normally, my pool days are Mondays and Thursdays, but today I'm here. I came to the pool on Tuesday, but I got here late. There were so many people and music playing that I felt it was not conducive to do a video. Let me just ask you, is it too dark back there? Trying to find the light. I hope that this is okay. So I wanted to get on just to talk to you about horses. When I was in Manhattan, I spent a lot of time in Central Park. And in the park, they would have horse and carriage rides, which I always found to be very exciting, but very expensive. I mean, I think I worked across the street from Central Park for about 32 years. In that time, I rode a horse and carriage once. Why did I do it? Trying to remember why I did it. I didn't do it for myself. I think I took my niece on a ride for like 30 minutes because it was like close to $100. And I'm not a tourist when I'm in Manhattan. Maybe when I get there again, I'll live like a tourist, but I'm a native New Yorker. So I know the score. Anyway, I would always see the horses with these blinders on at the side of their vision. And when I first started being in the park, I asked this gentleman, what's the purpose of that? And he said it's to keep the horses from being distracted, especially when they're in the street. There's a section in the park where they would allow travel of cars and small trucks. But sometimes they would ride along, I think that was 58th Street, going toward the west side. And there was lots of traffic in that area. And unfortunately, there were times when horse made a collision with a taxi or a bus or something like that. But the purpose of the blinders was to keep the horse looking straight ahead, not looking to the right and not looking to the left, but always straight ahead. And in our journey, my transformation journey, I have to remember to keep my blinders on, because there are things and there are people that could potentially throw me off my game. I'm trying to kill a spider. They could potentially throw me off my game because I'm distracted with other things pertaining to their life and them trying to draw me in, especially where I am, because there's a lot going on, and there are a lot of things that's happening in my life. And so I got something here and I got something there. Now I'm trying to move something new there, and then I got that there, and then and I got to put the blinders on in order to stay focused and not get distracted or discouraged, because it's a process and it's new. I haven't done this before, and there are times when I have to stop and breathe. I mean, just seriously be still and breathe. So yesterday I had this urgency to get to the pool. Now, why was I late? Oh, I was late because I decided to do some things around the house. I do not have a washing machine and dryer, and so I'm washing by hand. There is a laundry service that I use, but because I'm sending my funds in a different direction, I'm trying to offset some spending. And so I thought at this moment, laundry service is a luxury. Now, don't worry, I'm not eating bread and water. It's not that serious. But I'm always looking at how to save money and how to make money. I'm one of those people say, oh, use the word frugal. No, I'm cheap. I'm cheap. And when I buy something off the street and they give me a price, I negotiate for something less, at least half, and they'll look at me kind of surprised, and I go, I'm cheap. Especially when I buy my plants. They know me. I'm like, remember me? It's like, oh yeah, you're the cheap lady. Exactly. What do you got for 100 Dalasi? Your flower pot is how much? 800 Dalasi? Not, if you do the conversion, that's not a lot of money. I'm like, no, I'll give you 4. He's like, 4? I'm not gonna make any money off of that. I'm like, well, what do you think? He said 6. I said, how about 5? And his sister in the back was like, oh, that only comes to about, $12. And I said, I don't care. I know that they charge more here for repads or for people with a, American accent or British accent. I want the Gambian rate. So, yeah, he said, well, I said, well, how about 5? And he said, no, I can't do 5. And I said, okay. I got in the car with my friend and said, let's go. And he said, okay, 5. It's a song, it's a dance that you do. You give a little, I give a little, cha, cha, cha. We have a deal. So, I'm cheap, and so I try to balance things so that I'm not spending a whole lot here. Because my friend says, every mickle make a muckle. Something like that, she says. Very British. Every muckle make a mickle. I always would say, spend a little, save a lot. That was my motto. That's what allowed me to be where I am today. By spending a little and saving a lot. Forgive me, it is hot. It's trying to rain. It's not raining, but it's nice and hot. And I'm going to jump into the pool in a few minutes after this is over. So I just wanted to say, I'm putting my blinders on and I'm looking forward because things are moving quickly. Things are moving very quickly. And if I'm not careful, it could seem a little overwhelming. And so I have to stay focused, I have to breathe, and I have to remember to stay in places where I find comfort and relaxation, which is why I was at the pool yesterday and now I'm at the pool today. So let's do a little bit of stretching. So I spend a lot of time on my laptop. I am now starting a blog post, not a podcast. Someone was like, you should do a podcast. And I said, please, don't make me do that. I'm begging you. I would rather put my thoughts onto a blog attached to my website and then let people go there. And so I'm spending more time typing on the computer. So let's reverse the negative from all that typing. So go ahead, sit at the edge of the chair. I always say at the edge, make sure that your chair is anchored or pressed against the back of the wall so that you don't end up sliding. I'm going to adjust this a little. It's a little bit better. I had it on low. Now I want you to go ahead and open and shut your hands. clench your fist real tight and see how your fingers feel. Now, you know, I've been doing a lot of washing and wringing out by hand. You ever wring out a doggone towel? It's not fun. And so my fingers do a lot of work for me. And my wrists. Go ahead and rotate your wrist in one direction. So between washing and wringing out and typing on my laptop and my cell phone, it's a lot. Go ahead and reverse your rotation of the wrist. And so this right now feels very good. Now I'm kind of going a little fast, but let's slow down. And while you're slowing down, focus on your breathing and see how you feel. Because honestly, the speed at which I was moving while I was talking was creating stress. It didn't feel good. Now go ahead and reverse it. I'm closing my eyes, coming a bit more centered into the body. Enjoying the noises around me. I hope you hear the birds in the background. And if you press your ear to wherever you're listening to, stop and now open and close again. I want you to slowly close them in. Slowly close them in. And watch you do, pop out and then stretch the fingers down. The ocean is in the background. I have not been to the beach yet, and I want to do that today. Now you'll see that in this position, your shoulders may start to feel a little tight, or you get a little heavy and you want to drop them down. Try to resist that for a couple of seconds more. Once more. And before you drop your shoulders down, put your arms up alongside your ears, resisting that desire to drop them down. Bring your arms into a T. Bring the hands in front of the body. And now drop your hands down onto your knees. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that your Wednesday or any day that you are viewing this video is going to be a great day for you. Do me a favor, please. I never really ask this, but like or dislike and subscribe. And if you feel like it, share it with someone if you think that what I'm sharing with you would be of value to them. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste and Ashe.